I can't believe we're getting closer to June, but I guess whether I believe it or not, it's happening anyways. So it's time to set up the bullet journal reading, oh my god, the reading bullet journal for June. And this month I'm going to do another celestial theme, which I did do fairly recently for March, but I really enjoyed doing it and a lot of you seem to enjoy that video as well, so I thought I would do another celestial theme using the same set of stickers. But this time the color scheme is going to be a little different. That color scheme is going to be blue and purple, which I guess is a more traditional color scheme for a celestial theme, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but this is what it's gonna be. And I'm starting things off by grabbing some of the stickers that I'll be using for the title page, or at least the stickers that I think that I'll be using for the title page. You'll see that I move things around quite a bit this time. And I also grabbed a piece of origami paper with this crystal pattern. And I actually really love different kinds of crystals. I actually own a few. In fact, I would probably own a lot more than I do if space and money were not an issue. Anyways, coming back from this sort of weird tangent, I thought that it would work very well for my setup just because it matches the color scheme, and also because if you'll notice the washi tape to my left, which I do plan to be using for this setup, it has some crystals that are in a sort of celestial style, so I thought that it would also help to match those. My next step was adding some lettering stickers for the title, and I went for silver this time to match the silver shine to the stickers. And I also added a piece of purple tissue paper on top of which I wrote a quote. And the quote was, "It was June and the world smelled of roses. The sunshine was like powdered gold." Honestly, the powdered gold part of the quote was what really got me. I just thought that it evoked this feeling of a golden light that you get in the summer just so perfectly, and I really loved that. I also decided to use the purple tissue paper for the heading on the right side of the spread, and I wanted to make things a little bit more interesting and a little bit more, well, sparkly by adding a little bit more of that sparkly silver paper that you're seeing. And I added a celestial girl sticker to the right of that to fill in the empty space. There was also an empty space at the top of the spread, so I decided to fill that with a smaller celestial sticker. And there was also some empty space at the bottom, and you might be seeing a pattern here, but this time I decided to fill it with some wide washi tape and a small strip of blue washi tape just to add a little bit more color. The next spread, I started off with some purple tissue paper for the heading, and I added a little bit more of that crystal patterned paper just to make things a little bit more interesting. And the headings for this spread are my TBR on the left, so my to-be-read books for the month of June, and my books read on the right, so the books that I actually do end up reading on the month of June, which do not necessarily coincide with the books on my TBR. Definitely a mood reader, so my TBR is the sort of first place I look when I'm trying to find what I want to read, but it doesn't mean that what I find on it is what I actually end up reading. Anyways, back to the spread. I decorated the spread more, mostly around the headings, with some more blue washi tape and a little bit more of that celestial themed washi tape. And I ended up placing one of those celestial themed stickers in the middle of the spread. Well, not quite, but almost in the middle. And that was it for that spread. Moving on to my favorite quotes of the month spread. And I can't believe, but you'll see in a second, that I actually misspelled quotes yet again. I do this so often for this particular spread, I don't know why. Anyways, here it is. I started off this spread with some more purple tissue paper, just for the quotes portion, because I wanted that portion to stand out, and, you know, this way you get to really see that I made a mistake there. I'm kidding, that wasn't the point, of course, but, you know, it did help to emphasize it anyways. Anyways, as for the rest of the spread, I actually kept this one really simple, and I underlined the headings with a thin strip of celestial washi tape with a crystal pattern and a thin strip of purple washi tape underneath that, just to match the color scheme of my title page and, well, of this entire setup. The next spread is my reading review spread on the left, where I reflect on my reading experience for the month of June, and my favorite book of the month spread on the right, where I write a review for my favorite book for the month of, well, June again. Here I again used some tissue paper on the right to emphasize the important portion of that heading, which is the book part, and I also added a celestial sticker in a matching purple color scheme. Next up was my monthly stats section, which is at the bottom left corner and is part of my monthly review. And there I write down things like the total number of pages I read and the total number of books and things like that. And I separated that from the rest of my spread with a little bit of blue washi tape and a little bit of celestial washi tape to the right of the heading to fill in the empty space. I also used that same washi tape to decorate the spread a little bit more closer to the top of the spread, and of course I used some more celestial stickers to fill in some of the empty spaces and to make the spread a little bit more interesting. And my final touch was actually adding a piece of this aqua-colored washi tape, just because I wanted to bring a little bit more of a brighter pop of color into it for some reason, but I think that it worked out well. The next spread I started off with another celestial sticker and some more crystal patterned paper, but this one is in a brighter blue color. I also used purple tissue paper for the heading again, just like I've been using for most of this setup. This spread is my good things spread, so this is the spread where I write down some of the best and favorite things from the books that I read in June. And here again the heading was looking a little bit boring, so I decided to add 2 more celestial stickers in a matching color scheme to make it look a little bit more interesting. my final touch for the spread was a little bit more of that celestial washi tape with the crystal pattern at the top and bottom of the spread. And I was honestly surprised because this spread came together very quickly, and it's actually one of my favorites from this entire setup. For the next spread, as you can see, I went back to using some more of the darker crystal paper, and I actually layered that with some very sparkly silver paper that you also saw me using for the title page. That left me with an empty space at the top left corner of the spread, so I decided to fill that in with a silver celestial sticker to match the silver paper at the bottom. Next up was my heading, which I wrote on the right to balance the very busy left half of the spread, and this is my bad things spread. So very similar to my good things spread, this is the spread where I write down some of the worst things from the books that I read in June. My final touches for the spread was another celestial sticker to the left of the heading and a few more strips of washi tape around the heading just to decorate that area a little bit more. I started off the last spread in this setup with some more celestial washi tape that I added to the bottom of the spread. This spread is my characters spread, so this is the spread where I write down any memorable characters from the books that I read in June. And they don't have to be very nice characters, they can be evil characters, but as long as they're memorable, I will write them down on this particular spread. I actually kept the spread really simple in terms of decorating it, possibly because it was my last spread and I was getting a little bit tired, so I pretty much just added 2 celestial stickers, one on each side of the heading, underlined the heading with some more washi tape, and added that same purple washi tape to the bottom of the spread to make things a little bit more interesting. And that was it. It's time for the final flip through of this entire setup. And full disclosure, I actually like this setup with the celestial theme a little bit less than my previous celestial theme that I did in March. But maybe that's just me. Maybe you like this one more. Please let me know in the comments below. Or maybe you like the March one more. That's okay too. Let me know that as well. Anyways, I still do like this setup, and I really hope that you enjoyed it too, and that you're having a wonderful month so far. And I'll see you in my next video. Be you, always. Bye!